Well, good morning. And I am pointing the camera at a new occupant of our stateroom, bought yesterday in Ajaccio or Ajaccio. Basically, there's lots of different ways of pronouncing this place, but it's the capital city of Corsica. And I'm introducing our new recruit to Pink Octopus Productions. I believe his gender is a he.
Yes.
What's his name? I can't remember what you said his name was.
Slinky.
Slinky. I don't know why, but this is welcome. This is Slinky the octopus.
Maybe rename later.
And we have to integrate him very carefully because Lily, Millie and Billy are over here looking just a tad jealous because the new recruit has arrived.
With big tentacles.
With even bigger tentacles. Anyway, we're at Sea Day today. We had an interesting day in Ajaccio yesterday. And I apologise to viewers for my terrible mispronunciation of this place. I'm just going to tell you for just a couple of minutes about my kayaking trip. Trials and tribulations. So this will be a short video. So one of us went off sensibly and walked around the citadel and the walls and looked in shops and bought pink octopuses.
I wonder who that was.
Oh, there he is, doing his shoes up. We're off to breakfast in a minute. The other one decided it would be fun to go on a kayak trip. I always book kayak trips on cruises because they are very, very interesting. I've done some lovely ones on the Norwegian fjords, Helsinki, Kotar. Got another one booked in Kotar in a few days' time. So I thought Corsica should be lovely. And I'm just going to read you the blurb that I got because this is what I thought I was signing up to. So it does say the tour is not suitable for pregnant women and children under the age of 12. Participants should be competent swimmers and physically fit. I wouldn't say my swimming is that competent, but I can move along in the water, so I think that's good enough. And I am physically fit, so I go to the gym quite a bit. The kayaking will last approximately an hour. Blah, blah, blah. Guests will use either single or double kayak. So then it says, glide, here we are. Glide through the neon blue water, taking in views across the Ile Sanguinaire, I think that's how you say it, until you reach the craggy Cité Noire Peninsula. Then it's time to take a break and cool off in the crystal clear waters before paddling back to Isolette, the beach. I'm just not going to pronounce that one. And it sounded idyllic, and I sort of imagined sort of just moving gently through the water, looking down this beautiful blue water. A bit like when I was in Cornwall last year and went paddling on the Helford River, and it was like that. It was lovely. Anyway, they paired us up. 45-minute journey along the coast. Beautiful scenery. Paired us up. And because I was an odd one on my own, so I paired up with one of the instructors, which was, I thought, good. That's great. I'm going to get some good instruction. And we got on these sit-on kayaks and we started to paddle, but we were paddling out to sea. And I kid you not, it was bumpy. And the instructor took great delight in saying, you will meet, very French, you will have a 1 meter waves. And I thought to myself, 1 meter is quite high. And we literally went like that in our kayaks. And we just kept on paddling out to sea. And I kept thinking, why aren't we going inland? And I guess the reason we didn't go sort of around the coast was because I guess it's because the waves were crashing on the rocks. It was quite windy. It was quite breezy. And it was not very pleasant, I have to say. As excursions go, that was pretty damn scary. And it was really bumpy. And there were some really nasty cross currents as well. I was surprised because normally the Cunard excursions are pretty tame. You know, they tell you how many steps you have to walk, you know. Are you capable of walking 100 steps? If you're not, because obviously a lot of people go on Cunard cruises are a bit older, they're a bit more infirm, and they, you know, to actually walk over uneven ground and walking up steps of things like Roman forums and things like that, you know, it can be quite challenging for some people. So whenever you see a moderate, this was a moderate level of activity. And moderate usually is pretty tame. This was not moderate. This was blooming advanced. It was scary. And when we got right out into what felt like the open sea, it was the open sea. I'm not kidding. the instructor then started telling us what to do if we fell off our kayaks. So you can imagine, I'm sitting there bobbing around like this, thinking, I don't want to fall off my kayak. I'm really scared. It was really scary. And then the good old seasickness hit. And at that point, I had to just say to the instructor, look, can you just... I'm really sorry, but I've got to go back to shore. I can't do this. So he did take me back, reluctantly. But I am gonna contact Cunard actually and let them know, because I actually think that excursion was quite dangerous. And it wasn't what was in the information that we were given. We were told we would be paddling. Here we are, glide through the neon blue waters. Here we are. Your guide will demonstrate some paddling techniques before you hop aboard and set off for an hour's paddling along the coast. And you think along the coast indicates to me you're going to be hugging the coastline. We were not hugging the coastline. We were out on the ocean, which if you're a thrill seeker is lovely, but I'm not. I'm really not a thrill seeker. One of the reasons why I like kayaking is because it's a nice, gentle, it's a good sport to do. It's a nice, fun activity to do. So yesterday was interesting. So when I got back to the ship, I was ever so slightly traumatized, and I met my other half, and we went up to the Lido, the buffet, and had lunch. It was absolutely blimmin' heaving up there. Everybody arrived back from the excursions at the same time. So that's something to be aware of, actually. Just, it's worth looking at all the excursions that are going out and seeing what time they get back, because if there's a kind of tight window of an hour when they all get back, you know the buffet is going to be absolutely heaving and you're not going to be able to sit down. So just plan accordingly with that one. And it might be that you delay it for a bit, or don't have lunch, go for afternoon tea, or go to your restaurant if it's open, or I don't know. It's a tricky one, that one, isn't it? Particularly as Cunard have now ended room service, free room service after 10 o'clock for the standard sort of accommodation. So tricky one, that. Anyway, it was busy up there, so we managed to find a table, which was lucky, and we had a bit of lunch, and then we went and explored Ajaccio, and we have a video on the town which was shot yesterday while I was trying not to heave up my guts on the ocean waves. Somebody was shooting a video, and hopefully he will be able to put that on fairly soon. Anyway, we're heading off to breakfast. We've got a sea day today, and it'll be very similar to the one we had on Tuesday. So lots of lectures, lots of relaxing, gala night tonight, and we'll let you know how it goes later. And welcome to our new octopus, Slinky. Please subscribe to Pink Octopus Productions if you want to see these lovely creatures in their unnatural habitat.
Everywhere on the ship.
Yes, correct.
And
For
somebody-
the security reason.
Right, somebody sits there with a monitor.
Yes, of course.
Checks everything.
We just only checking. It's not paper or someone.
So this is our formal night tonight. Not many people in the restaurant at the moment, so I can talk a little bit. This is our starter. So we've got hand-picked scallops, and we've got a lamb ravioli, and we've just been to a lovely cocktail party. We've met the captain. He was a charming, charming, lovely man, and this man you'll recognise as my husband, looking rather gorgeous. Anyway, we'll keep you updated.
And there is my wife looking even more gorgeous.
Lobster.
Hey,
My favourite.
yeah,
Very happy. That is beautiful, isn't it?
it's beautiful. That.
That looks amazing. So amazing he's filming it.
Okay.
You'll have to watch it later.
Yeah. Filleted by an expert.
What's that?
Filleted by an expert.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. My favourite wing.
Bon appétit.
Right, Kung Fu wine. Kung Fu girl wine. Ironically.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Never seen this one before. Very, very nice. And now for the second Michel Roux dish tonight. This is the dessert, which is basically a chocolate mousse with dried fruit and a chili, with chili flavours.
Lovely. That's my name. What about you?
I'll have one of everything except the ginger.
Except the ginger.
You can have that one, can you?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.